often here, playing a Shadow Priest. Gonna try and do a talk through of one of my Eye of Azshara runs. Um, this was done with a PUG it's a 21 key. So yeah, I'll try and explain what I do, why I do it, what I think is important for you to do as a Shadow Priest here. Hopefully give you a tip or two. So yeah, let's just get into it. Uh, yeah, it's nothing big at the start. I pop silence to proc my surface immediately, throw out dots on every target, and then I use my void torn a bit greedy here, uh, just to pop my void form instantly. Not instantly, but as fast as possible. Um, and yeah, and from there just rotate on whatever is the highest health because of bolstering. Um, yeah, and I'm one of those priests who like to run with Mindbender as I do in this run. Uh, yeah, I'll try and explain how I use it because it's a bit different from if you're just used to raiding as a Shadow Priest. Like on this pull here, I just pop my Mindbender instantly. For the only reason is so it's the one that's building my insanity, so I can go into void form instantly after I've gotten my dots up. It's just gonna give me a really nice burst that I lack without playing Misery. And again, Mindbender wouldn't have any value if I popped it late on this pack, because this is gonna die like right as my void form ends, and I'm gonna have way too high stacks anyway to pop dispersion into the next pack. And here my void torrent is ready. I don't need it on this pack to silence anything, so I just use it here to get into void form quick. Again, it's just how fast can you dot them up. And again, my Mindbender, I want the full uptime of it, so I just pub it here, even on the low stacks, and then just continue. And you can see the timer, like, left of my nameplate. It's 5 seconds left of it, so it's gonna run out just as the mob dies, so full uptime. And here I just switch to my boss gear, single target. Yeah, remember to pre-put. And I was a bit unsure of what app we were gonna kill here, so I just tunneled the boss a bit, threw one dot on the caster, proc my surface. The only thing you want from these ads is the surface proc and Twist of Fate. You see I got Twist of Fate now. And then just pump as much damage into the boss as you possibly can. And this is just a 21 key, so like the boss just falls over so fast. And here now I know we're gonna kill the caster, so Mind Bomb to proc my Cephas again, and yeah. Nothing too crazy. I thought I'd just leave the music on like I did now. I hope that's okay, because there's gonna be like small breaks of me not talking. Here I've tried to do a sneaky pull of the turtle here. Tank doesn't see it, but yeah, Thank God for fate. We need to pull the snail here. And I was just sure that we were just gonna run off when we killed the Naga here. But he even marks a skull here, but I'm like, nope. I'm not gonna touch that one. That's gonna backfire a bit, but nothing too big. Yeah. Okay, shortly after this, it's also one of the things I want to stress is try and look where the tank is going. Like you see here, the tank, he's just running off, and I notice, move a bit forward because he's gonna pull the blobs, and I just pump my vampiric touches because they're gonna have a decent uptime as long as I get them off before they reach the melee. And then you just mind flay to victory. Nothing crazy. And I throw a master spell here and there just to help the melee get rid of the debuff. And yeah, on this pull I just equip the prototype because it's safe. I'm not gonna ninja pull anything here. And I was ready for a big pull, but he chooses not to. And that's fine. I still get a quick void form off. Just mind flay. And I actually make a slight misplay here. Where I pop my mind bender here. I should have just saved it, because my mind flay would have been enough to keep the insanity up. Because we're gonna finish this pack with around 30 stacks of void form, and that would have been perfect to do a dispersion into a torrent mindbender combo. But here I only get the torrent combo off. Then I need to build up again. But hey, can't get it right all the time. That's something that's gonna change from dungeon to dungeon, run to run. It's not gonna be the same all the time. Sometimes you have to guess. And if you're not doing it, then you need like try and practice using your what's it called dispersion offensive, so you don't just keep on to it. Like here on Lady Hate Coil, I'm equipping my avoidance and pride is set, so I know I'm gonna be super safe from the fight. There's nothing apart from the knockback into the water that can kill me here. That means I can use my disperse offensive if I have to, and I even think on this pull that I'm gonna need it to save my void form at least. Yeah. And if I don't have bloodlust, I usually just keep on to my void torrent to save my void form on heavy movement fights like this one, where you see my insanity gets really low here, so I just use the torrent to save the void form. And here messes up the breath, I turn away way too fast. So I pop dispersion to save it, get some insanity back, reposition myself, and just pump damage again. Because if I didn't do that, my next void form would have been scuffed, because it would have been ready too late. There's no real reason really to dot the targets up, because she's already below 35%, so they're not gonna add any single target for me. She just falls over so fast anyway. Try and notice when she dies here, I'm just gonna change my gear real fast, mount up, and just run off. I try and stay ahead. I'm gonna pop Fade here, then I'm gonna proc my Cephas and just tap through all targets while I dot them up. Try and be ahead of the group all the time with the using Fade. Because once you got dots on all targets, you can just mind flay to victory again. It's the only way you're gonna do any kind of AoE damage as a Shadow Priest is if you just get ahead of the group. And I was ready to pull the Hydra there, but this guy did not like seagulls. They were not having a great time. So he catches me a bit off guard here. He pulls all the craps and I'm in my single target gear. This means like I don't have any of my AoE trinkets on or my chests. So I'm losing quite a lot of damage here. That's just something you got to deal with when you're PUGing as a Shadow Priest. Or any class really. There's gonna be a lot of randomness. You just have to go along with it. Get the best of it. Here we're gonna pull the Hydra. I just noticed he starts backpedaling. And which means he's gonna pull the crab over there. So pop my Void Form. Position myself a bit to the left so I can dot it up. Proc my Cephas. And just back on the Hydra again. Just try and see where the tank is moving. At least in PUGs when you don't have voice, just look where he's going. Try and predict what he's gonna pull next. Because this is where Fate gets really strong. When you can dot him up. Oh, the crab even got a cast off there. Oh, it's no biggie on a 21 key. And again, Void Torrent here to get into Void Form quicker. Because you're not gonna use the silence for anything in this area. So you might as well use it to either proc your Cephas or get into Void Forms quicker. And yeah, poor Seagull. And again, I see he's dragging it along. He's ready to pull a craft, so I just pull him for him, pop my Fade, and a quick Void Form. Again, try and be ahead of the group. Don't, as long as you see him dragging towards the group, don't be afraid of dotting him up. Just make sure to pop your Fade, and he's gonna get the aggro. Yeah, I switched to my single target gear, ready to pull the boss, but oh, there's a Seagull. And he ain't having it. That Seagull, last Seagull indeed. And I even forget to switch to my AoE gear here, but it's such a small group, dies so quick, so it's no biggie. And I think, yeah, we're gonna have Bloodlust on this pull. And that's really huge, at least for Shadow Priest. Because we get to push him into Submerge before your first Mindbender, which is gonna give you a lot of damage for when the ad pops up. It's gonna give the perfect timing from the second submerge. At least on this 21 key, like it's a lot different on tyrannical keys. Like here, I dot up the two heads and then I pop my mindbender on like the green, like the main on Serpent Strix, and then I just go on him. Because if you start to, tap target the the heads, you're gonna ping pong your mindbender, and yeah, you're not gonna be able to keep up the void form then. So here he submerges, which is perfect. I can dot up the ads again, get a void eruption of him, and just delete him. Yeah, you just throw your stuns out, use them, silence. I don't even silence here, but make sure to proc your Cephas on them. And oh yes, now we're coming to the bit where I make a misplay. That's gonna, cause this tank, he's just off. He sky steps, pulls everything, and this is bowstring, and muffs are gonna hurt when they bolster with this many stacks. And here I'm trying to find the Skulker. He's up top there. Find him here. Like at this moment, I should have stunned, cause they're gonna delete the tank now. And here the tank dies. I'm looking at my mindbender, saying, "Oops, stuns him too late." Poor guy gets a res, but there's still trucks, so he's just gonna get deleted again here. And that's really my fault, because I should have stunned earlier, so he could get some distance to them and just kite them. But hey. But this was actually a decent run. We were gonna two chest this run easily, but unfortunately after this pack the tank disconnects, so we're just gonna have like 2.5 minutes now where we're waiting for him. And I think the biggest play for Shadow Priest in this dungeon comes up on the next boss, but you're gonna see it. It just involves proccing your Twist of Fates on the critters in the area. But yeah, 2.5 minutes now. We realize he disconnects in a second. Yeah. Kinda sucks when that happens, but can't do anything about it. Now we had like the main reason I run Mindbender, to be honest, is just because it's what I enjoy the most. I find Misery really boring to play. And I don't think Mindbender is as weak as some people might think it is. You just need to use it a bit different, like using it on pulls to get some really fast void forms off when you're playing Legacy of the Void. Because I don't play Shadow Blast, not Shadow Blast, Shadow Crash either. I don't like the talent, but not saying it's bad, because I know some of the top priests are using it. I just don't like it. Which is kind of a poor reason, but yeah. And Tank is back, but he ain't having it. He's going for the Giants. There's no skipping here. And I use everything to pop my Void form before the stun hits. Because I don't need the Void Eruption damage on the ads. Just want to pump as much damage into the big guys as you possibly can. Also gonna do a... Well, it's a minor thing, but he's gonna spawn the ads here. And I'm gonna let my Insanity drop off, so I can build Insanity up for the pull on the next boss. Like here, I just waste here, and then I'll just build my Insanity up so I'm ready to get a good opener on the boss. And here is the play. I don't know if a lot of priests are doing it, but I target a critter, pop my pre-pot, and then I dart it. Get the Twist of Fate procs into a Void Torrent with Twist of Fate up. And then you just wanna try. I use mouse over macros to target them. And don't try and overdo it with the ads. Just try and use it as a filler instead of where you would have used your Mind Flay. You just Shadow Word Pain one of the critters to proc it. So I'm just gonna be looking around the area here, trying to find one and proc it. So you're gonna have a really high uptime on your Twist of Fate on this boss, which is pretty huge for your single target. You can actually do some pretty good damage here. Again, I got that crit, I got the proc, move out. And yeah, it's obviously, but when the boss drops below 35, you don't have to stress looking for the critters anymore. And again here, I save my Void Torrent. Not save, but I always have it for the critical moments of my Insanity. Because I usually have some pretty big problems with the Insanity with the new tire. So the only time I really use Torrent on, like, on instantly when you enter Void form is whenever I have Bloodlust. Because then the Insanity is never a problem with the Bloodlust up. There's actually also critters in this area. I'm not really using it here, but you can use them to proc Twist of Fate on these Nagas as well. And these, like, these mobs were bugged when we did it. It was really annoying. Like, you would interrupt it, but the cast bar would still go on. So it was just impossible to know. Like, if you didn't have the weak aura I have, it was impossible to know if we kicked or not. Yeah, disperse so I can get my Mindbender combo off. And usually you wanna just master spell this one, like I do. I didn't even notice that he gripped it. So, yeah. I missed my Cephas prog on it. There's nothing too crazy in this boss except for the Cephas proc. If you're quick, pretty sure I'm gonna get the first bomb on me. And poor DK got punished by Skittish. I'm just glad I'm not a melee this week. Here, I put my dispersion, I see the bomb is on me, I move out, I precast my master spell and snipe the Cephas proc under the spell. That's really only the play you can do here as a Shadow Priest. Other than that, it's just the standard. Tunnel boss, do damage. Again, bomb, bam, miss. Master spell it for that Cephas proc and just get out again. And yeah, that's pretty much the run. I end up around 2.8 million overall, which is decent, at least for Shadow Priests. But I don't know what you guys think about this run. Or the talking, I guess, is the first talk through I've done. Could probably improve on a lot of things, but let me know what you like, what would you like to see next, like any dungeons you want to see over this level of the key. Do you want to see higher, lower? And please don't make me play Shadow Crash, because that would make me sad. But anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and peace.